Hi, welcome to Wellfield Adventures. I'm Alan.
And I'm Stacey, and we're in Traralgon on our way to the Big Oz campout at the Paradise Valley Camping Park. We're going to test out the 12-volt capabilities of our caravan in an off-grid scenario, and come along with us and see how we go.
'Cause I found my way.
Just wanted to give a shout out to Lee and Stephen, our lovely neighbours from the Big Oz campout. They were a lovely couple and it was great to meet you guys. Here are some videos we took from our time at the camp. I just want to give a shout out to Big Oz for organising the whole weekend. It was such a lovely event. Unfortunately, we didn't get to join in the games as we were out exploring the local area and also enjoying a meal at the local pub. We love to support the local community as much as possible while we're on the road. We did get to enjoy the trivia night though, and that was heaps of fun. We all had a good laugh. And it was great to meet so many lovely people out there as well. We were lucky enough to try one of the 5th season's new salts that are coming out. And can I tell you that it was great. We had it on some steak, which you'll see in the video shortly. Okay, so I'm gonna glance down at my notes here because I've had a couple of goes at trying to say this and I keep faffing it up. So, what I wanted to say is that we love supporting small business, and particularly businesses like the 5th season where they are using all natural ingredients, things that are great for your body, keeping you healthy, really good for the environment, that sort of thing. We love supporting local businesses since the income stays local and it helps to build communities. And in the 5th season's case, it helps to protect the local food bowl as well. We have included a link below to the 5th seasons in case this is the first time you ever hear about it, but a lot of YouTube channels talk about it, so most people have probably heard of it. But in case you haven't, there is a link below in the description. To be clear, we are not sponsored for this particular post. We only talk about products that we actually love and have used ourselves. We weren't actually planning on talking about this product at all in this video, except when we tried the actual salts and enjoyed them thoroughly on our meal. We decided that would be a good idea to give these guys a plug just because we loved the product. And when we started researching the brand and what they stood for and realised it was completely up our alley, we really just had to get on here and say how much we love the product. And without further ado, here's the rest of the video. At the Paradise Valley campgrounds. Check out this place. Look at all the water. How cool is it? Love it. It's so quiet and you can hear the birds too. It's great. Show you some more footage. So clear. So peaceful. I think what's great about this place is we have some little rapids coming up. I'll take you guys down there and have a look. It's really cool. And they've got all these cool little butterflies. I don't know if you can see that. So cute. So we're getting there slowly. It's not fun walking on these rocks, I can tell you. Really have to watch where you're going. Right, It'll be worth it. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but just over here. Check this out. How cool is this? You can camp by the side of this. It's like you have their own little rapids and everything. Oh, what a good spot. Don't know about you guys, but how cool is this? I really like this spot. Excuse the squinty eyes. Looks great for a swim. Yeah, wow. I wonder how cold it is. Oh, that's fresh. It's cool though. I can't believe how clear it is. It'd be great for a swim. If you guys come here, I definitely recommend bringing some sort of flotation devices, some serious flow in here. But it would be fun to go down there. It kind of levels off down the bottom here, but yeah, it'd be fun to go for a float along here. Great in summer. Yeah, wow. Totally love this spot. I'm definitely coming back. These banks. I think the water must come up all the way over here. See all these rocks. Yeah, what a spot. Here's where we camped. That's us. That one.
Big Oz camp out, and we've been given some salts from the 5th season that we're going to try out today. So we're just going to put some on the stove right now. So we've currently got the Big Oz black garlic salt, and we'd like to thank Big Oz, and we'd also like to thank the 5th season for us having the chance to try out their product. Thank you very much.
You'll notice in one of the videos that Muffy was wearing a cone on her head. I think they're technically called the Elizabethan collar or something along those lines. I just wanted to explain what was going on with that. So Muffy had a little lump, like a growth, just popped up really quickly on the bottom of her eyelid before we went away on this trip. And we've been to the vet for them to have a look at it. And it turns out like they're not sure what the lump actually is. So we sat down and talked with the vet for a bit about what the best outcomes and pathways were for Muffy to deal with this lump. So we basically had two options. We either did a punch biopsy, which would take a few samples of the lump and find out what it is, determine whether it needs to come off, or we take the lump out straight away. And the thing that we struggled with this was that we had to, it was like a pro and con way up list sort of thing, because if we took the lump out now and it turned out to be benign and didn't need have an issue, then we've subjected her to these complications without like needing to effectively. So for the rest of her life she would have issues with the dry eye and she would be susceptible to more infections in her eye. Or we wait it out, find out what the lump is to determine whether we actually need to take the lump out. But the risk of doing that was that if it was cancerous, then she would, it would grow and there would be a bigger area to try and close, and then the complications from the surgery would be a whole lot worse. We decided to go ahead with the punch biopsy. We figured that it would be better to find out what it is, and if it is benign, then we haven't subjected her to a life for the rest of her years of dealing with complications. If she was going to deal with them anyway, then it would be better to know that the lump needed to come out, was where we ended up sitting with that. We also hoped, because we did find out that one of the lumps that it could have been, which is a thing called benign histiocytoma, is a lump that it's an option that it's not cancerous. It kind of basically just pops up real quick and then goes away all of a sudden spontaneously. Don't know why, can't treat it, you just let it grow, and then it just, like, the immune system picks it up and then it just kills it. And Abby, our other dog, has actually already had one of those on her lip. So these two are related, they're sisters. So we were hoping that that meant that there's a good chance that the lump that Muffy had, given it came up so quickly, that it was going to be exactly the same thing. And by the time you're watching this video, I can tell you that the lump itself has actually gone down. It all of a sudden spontaneously went down, which made us believe that it was a histiocytoma, and the lab results have come back exactly as that. So Muffy's in the clear, she doesn't need the cone anymore, and the lump is gone. She is now happy and healthy, and she's in here with me recording this video, and I can show you that now. Here we go, little Muffy. See? Happy little Muffy, no cone and no lump. Here you go. The other thing I wanted to talk about post-trip is how we went with the off-grid capabilities of the van. The main point of our trip, as we mentioned at the beginning of the video, is to give it a test run, see what we had, what worked, what didn't. And I can report that everything went quite well. And to explain a little bit about our setup, I'm going to do a tour video later on, but for now, just to explain what setup we have. I got Alice give me a list of what our setup is, because I'm not really that across and don't fully understand, but hoping to get there one day. So what we have is two 120 iTech World lithium batteries with a 1 by 170 watt solar panel on the roof. Most of this setup is fully powered by 12-volt systems. The only thing we can't run is the microwave and the aircon. And the fridge is a 3-way absorption fridge. So we currently run a Honda 2200i generator, and this we've discovered on the trip was a game changer. We pretty much only turned it on to run the microwave to heat up the dog's food. That right, little mouse. And that was it. Because we didn't have the ability to do that, we just quickly turned it on and turned it off. The thing that surprised us the most about it was really quiet compared to most generators. So yeah, definitely a game changer. So in terms of did anything go wrong, there was only one thing that went wrong, and that was the Anderson plug came loose. Al had to repair I think it was the negative had come loose, and he had to repair that when we got home. But besides that, everything else was pretty smooth sailing, so we're quite happy. So what was next for us was once we got home, we had to prepare for our Christmas trip home. Al had a few things to do to the van. These included putting in a new Sirocco fan. We didn't have any fans in here to use when we were off grid, so that was one thing we were missing. Also put a new cam lock fitting on the waist. That was a bit of my request because I'm very scared of having snakes, moving around or hopping in holes where they shouldn't be. And if you want to have a good laugh, I've always been one to stick paper towel down drains if there's no plug available, just to make sure that we don't get any creepy crawlies or little friends in the van in the middle of the night. And just a fun fact about me, if anyone's going to see a snake, it's me. I can't count, well, I've lost count I should say, the number of times that I've walked around corners, walked outside, and there's just been a snake sitting there. So something about me just attracts them, scares the crap out of me because I don't like snakes. But yes, if anyone's going to see them, it's me. What else? The only other things he had to do were just like little bits and pieces to kind of prep the van for the trip when we're going away. So the next video will all be from our trip. I just want to say thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.